Right, this is going to be a tour of the modules. So you'll log into Canvas, you'll come to this page, and then you will just go straight to modules. The idea is that all of the course material is available through the modules. The class is divided into modules. Those are the units. So for example, right now we're on Introduction to the Class. You can scroll down and see the next module is taboo words and swearing. Now, if you try to click on anything in that module, you're going to be told that it's locked until September 1st. Now, the idea behind that is that although this class is asynchronous, so you don't have to be on at the same hour as other students, but I do want you to be doing the material at roughly the same pace so that in the discussions, we're going to have real conversations going on. If everybody's moving at their same pace, some people are going to be modules ahead and other people will be modules behind, and we're not going to get real conversations. So I want you to be at roughly the same pace. That's why I only unlock the next module after the previous one closes. All right, another thing that you should notice in the modules is that you can see deadlines really easily. So for example, you should have the reading done by Monday. You should have the student information. This is just a survey done by August 25th. And then there's going to be discussions. There will always be discussions in every module. Those will always be due by the end of the day on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So just keep that in mind, that you always need to finish the discussions by the end of the day on Tuesdays or Thursdays. Look for those. You can complete them earlier than that, just not later than that. We are strict about deadlines. We have to be, because this is a large class for us. For you, being in these posses, it's going to feel fairly small. But for us, it's very large, and we need to keep some containment on that. All right, another thing to keep in mind is there will be quizzes. So the quizzes will always be due on Fridays. So that's another thing just to watch for, is on Fridays, look for a quiz. Okay, now most modules are 2 weeks long. Most modules have only one quiz. So you can expect that for the most part, every other Friday, there's going to be a quiz due. There are some exceptions to that, so just keep an eye open for it. If you're on a Friday, check to see if you have a quiz due. So remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays, discussions, Fridays, quizzes. All right, now, another thing I want you to think about is that the idea is that we begin top down. So you begin at the top of the module, work yourself all the way down to the end of the module. So one way that you can approach this, and probably the best way to approach it, is to just start at that first assignment or the first page in the module. So that brings us, for example, to class orientation. This is going to feel a little bit like a mirror within a mirror, because this is where the video that you're watching right this second is hosted. So you'll watch all of these videos on this page, then you scroll down and you're going to see this next button. So once you're finished with this page, you move on to the next one. Now, if you have already used Canvas before, you probably won't need any of this, but if not, you may want to familiarize yourself with how Canvas works. The next one is just a chance for you to download the syllabus. I highly recommend that you do this. This way, if there is an outage, if you lose internet, or if the Canvas page goes down, you'll still know what's due when. There's not going to be any question about it. So download it, and you can print it out and tape it to your bathroom mirror. Next thing to keep in mind is that the textbook for this book is Taboo. You can click on this link here, or you can go to Bookshelf and get the textbook if you haven't already done so. There's always going to be a reading assignment. You can look for those in the modules as well. In this module, we've got a whole bunch of surveys. Got to look for that next button. Then we get to a discussion. Okay, so you look at the prompt for the discussion. Here we've got some videos, and then you're going to post your answer to the discussion. Move on, in this case, to yet another discussion. then yet another discussion still. Another discussion, lots of discussions in this one. All right, now this is what I was looking for. I wanted to get to this page because every module is also going to have these content pages. For the most part, these pages contain videos, so video lectures. Make sure that you watch these. That's going to be important that you watch them as well as doing the readings. These are complementary. They're not, one doesn't replace the other. You need to do both view the videos and do the readings. Now, if we continue on, you can see there's another discussion following this one, and you'll just keep going until you get to the end of the module. And at that point, you're not going to be able to go further anyways because the next module will be locked at that point. All right, so I hope this makes sense. The most important thing to keep in mind is that you should do the modules from top to bottom. Just keep moving through it. And then the other thing to keep in mind is Tuesdays are discussions, Thursdays are discussions, and Fridays are quizzes. If you keep all of that in mind, things are going to go swimmingly.